Who's this? Who are you? Who is this? The sun was setting earlier now that December had arrived. Katsumi Nakase was surprised by how quickly it had gotten dark while she was out rummaging through the cosplay shops. Who is this person I do not know? Cosplay, short for costume play. The act of dressing up in a costume. In Japan, cosplay refers to dressing up as a character from an anime or manga. The people who cosplay are called cosplayers, or sometimes just layers. Most cosplay costumes are handmade. The wheeled suitcase on the ground next to her felt heavy. She'd done her best to jam everything she bought today inside, and it was bursting at the seams. Still, spending a whole day shopping with her cosplay friends was a lot of fun. She felt tired, but it was a good tired. Her footsteps were light as she walked back to the station. Oh right, she was in the story previously, wasn't she? Or at least Fubuki, I remember that was her cosplay friend. That was, I don't think she had much more than being mentioned in the story a couple times. And then Okabe was like, no, you can't go over there, you'll die. Fubuki tried to grab her friend, Shina Mayuri, for a hug. Mayuri dashed out of the way. Mayuri may have looked like an airhead, but she was actually quite athletic. Fubuki, by the way, was Natsumi Nakase's cosplay name. Got you. Katsumi was in her second year of high school. She and Mayuri were the same age, but were total opposites. Katsumi was boyish and athletic, and when she cosplayed as a male character, she attracted more female kamiko than male ones. I'm not familiar with that term. Those who appear en masse at cosplay and anime events and use their expensive SLR cameras to take pictures of scantily clad cosplayers. The so-called low-anglers, men who take upskirt pictures of cosplayers in Akihabara and at Kamima, are not considered true kamiko. A true kamiko must be a gentleman at all times. Okay. Who are all these people? I don't know. Oops, I skipped Kamima. We'll look at it in a second. The four friends had gone to cosplay shops along Yugawaya, Maiden's Road in Tokyo Hands, and Ibukuro, then moved to Akihabara and visited several more. Alright, we got a couple here. Tokyo Hands, a home improvement chain based out of Tokyo, but unlike most such stores which have large buildings outside city centers, Tokyo Hands has many department store style buildings located around major train stations. Tokyo Hand stores also carry a wide variety of products, from professional grade tools and materials to fishing and variety goods. Maiden's Road, the nickname of a street near the east exit of Ikebukuro Station. It has many doujinshi and anime merchandise stores for female-oriented animes, and is known as a mecca for female otaku. Yugawaya, a large specialty store founded over 60 years ago that sells craft and hobby supplies, fabrics, and trinkets. There are over 60 of them, mostly in eastern Japan, but also around the country. Kamima, Comet Giga Market, an otaku festival held every year in August and December at Tokyo Big Sight. This was all part of their final preparations for Winter Kamima. Kaide sounded a little worried. Her real name was Kaide Kurushima, and she used her real name as her cosplay pseudonym. She was 3 years older than Katsumi and in college. Kaede was extremely feminine, and her measurements were just like the ones magazine models claim to have. But she was very shy. People had tried many times to persuade her to enter the pageant at her college, but she always refused, saying normal events are kind of scary. But even so, cosplaying at Kamima with the rest of them was something she looked forward to.
だったらこの際だからまゆりちゃんを手伝ってみんなで衣装作りはしない？
Amayuki proposed. She had a very noble, elegant features, but the rest of her was easygoing and laid back. Though Katsumi was a fellow girl, she still thought Amayuki was beautiful. Even her light blue penetrating eyes lacked the arrogance that beautiful women usually possessed. They were filled instead with a friendly light. Her real name was Yuki Amane. She was a senior at Meiji University, and in the same club as Kaede. She was the oldest of the four. She once tried to give up cosplay and focus on job hunting. After just 6 months, she'd given up on work and gone back to costuming. Job hunting. When an unemployed person is seeking employment, often used to refer to college kids looking for their first real, career-oriented job. Since then, she'd been spending more time with Katsumi and the others.
そんなお手伝いしてもらうなんて悪いよ。
Everyone smiled at her, but Mayuri quickly shook her head.
今日だって材料代を半分以上も肩代わりしてもらっちゃったでしょ。マユシーはそれだけで本当に嬉しかったから。私たちの衣装を作ってくれるんだから出さない方が申し訳ないよ。それに私、まゆりちゃんみたいに素敵な衣装を自分でも作ってみたいなってずっと思ってたの。うんうん、まゆしーの衣装ってクオリティ高いもんね。ほんと感謝してるんだからね。まゆりちゃん、ぜひ手伝わせてほしいな。じゃあみんなで作ろう。
Katsumi knew that it made Mayuri really happy when someone praised her cosplay outfits.
あ、でもそれとは別にね、まゆしーはみんなにお願いしたいことがあったのです。お願い？実は
Mayuri told them about an event that had quickly become a mainstay of the Japanese holiday year.
クリスマスパーティーを開くから、ゆきさんも楓さんもふぶきちゃんもぜひ来てほしいなって。クリスマスパーティーか。どうかな。私行きたい行きたい行きたい。
Katsumi's only plan for Christmas Eve was dinner with her family, so she raised her hand instantly. None of her friends at school wanted to do anything that night. She'd been a little put out about that since it meant they all had boyfriends.
私も大丈夫だよ。
Kaede also nodded, but Yuki seemed a little hesitant.
私はどうしようかな。もしかして制約があるの？そりゃユキさんほどの美貌の持ち主ならイブのデートに誘ってくる男子は山ほどいるでしょう。そんなことないよ。そうなの？だったら私がほっときません。ふぶきちゃんとクリスマスにデートできるなら他のどんな予定よりも優先しちゃう。はあ、ゆきさんラボー。 吹雪ちゃんはまゆりちゃん一筋じゃなかったの？まゆしだって楓ちゃんだって大好きだぜ。
Katsumu quickly jumped over to Kaede and gave her a big hug. Kaede was soft and smelled good, and enduring this sort of sexual harassment was nothing new for her.
それでね、ゆきさん、今度まゆしーに美味しいキッシュの作り方を教えてくれないかな？
I've heard that before, but I'm not familiar with what it is, so maybe I'll learn here. A traditional French dish made by filling a pie crust with cream, cheese, eggs, meat, and vegetables, and cooking it to a flaky golden brown. It sounds like a chicken pot pie, kind of. Yuki was an excellent chef and had been teaching Mayuri a lot lately. Both Katsumi and Kaede would also occasionally participate in what they called Yuki Amane's cooking lessons.
いいよ。何のキッシュがいい？まゆしーはほうれん草とマッシュルームがいいな。ハムとトマトとベーコンも美味しいよ。ああ、想像しただけでよだれが。わあ、そっか、迷っちゃうのです。それじゃあ両方教えてあげる。本当？そうだよね。いろんな味があった方がみんなも喜ぶもんね。もしかしてクリスマスパーティー用に？うん、そうなのです。あと1ヶ月もないけど、それまでにマスターしたいなって。じゃあ特訓だね。いつにする？明日は？まゆしーは大丈夫。
Katsumi went over her schedule in her head.
ああ、明日か。私、友達と約束が。私はバイト。
Katsumi really wanted to go, so she was pretty disappointed. She would have loved the chance to eat one of Yuki's good, don't know quite how to say it, quiches? As she thought about the quiche, her stomach began to rumble. It was about time for dinner. Yuki and Mayuri worked out the time and place for their meetup.
場所は私の下宿先だとちょっと遠いから。
I'm just thinking, they gave all these characters like character art, so they must be important to the story.
ラボはどうかな？うん、いいよ。頑張って作り方覚えるぞ。楽しいパーティーになるといいね。まゆし、サンタさんの衣装を作るからみんな着てくれる？ゴミ物分の他にさらに作るんだ。まゆりちゃん、気合入ってるね。まゆしはやる気満々だよ。ふむ。
Mayuri posed like she was cheering.
サンタ服ならかわいいミニスカートのやつがいいな。白のニーソに赤いブーツとか合わせて。楓ちゃんはいいけど、私そういうの似合うかな。
Katsumi spoke to Mayuri and Yuki without any confidence in her voice.
本当は可愛い服の方が好きなくせに。
There was nothing Katsumi could say. She was right. It seemed, I mean, I'm just saying, the story seems to be heavily focusing on Katsume right now. Which is really weird because it's just like this random character in an already developed story. And it's just like, here's this other character that you should know. that I vaguely have a recollection of. She was right. It bothered Katsumi a lot that she looked like a boy, and she knew that sort of clothing didn't look right on her. Still at heart, she was a young girl, and she wanted to wear cute clothes.
任せて任せて。まゆし、ふぶきちゃんに似合うのちゃんと作るから。おお、さすが俺の嫁。結婚して。ふぶきちゃん、調子いいんだから。ダルくんみたいなこと言っちゃダメだよ。あの変態紳士さんと一緒にされるなんてショックかも。
ちなみにまゆりちゃんも一緒に着るんだよね、サンタさんの衣装。じゃなくて、可愛いんだからもっとコスしようよ。
でもまゆしは作るの専門だから。
意義あり。そんなのもったいないです。
もうふぶきちゃんまで。
それに岡部さんもまゆりちゃんの素敵な姿見たいんじゃないかな。
オカリン
Mayuri made a weird noise as soon as she heard that name.
オカリンさん？ああ、まゆしの彼氏ね。
Katsumi had met him many times. He was tall, but he always looked pale and thin, and whenever he laughed, he seemed kinda sad. But from what Mayuri said, until just half a year ago, he'd been a totally different person. She said he was haughty and arrogant, but also kind, and a great leader. Mayuri was known to let her emotions influence her judgment, so Katsumi didn't know how much of that description was accurate. Mayuri started to freak out even more after hearing the word boyfriend.
あのね、ふぶきちゃん。オカリンとまゆしはそういうのじゃないよ。
またまた。
Yuki and Kaide weren't buying it either. Honestly, Okarine and Mayuri seemed more like an old wedded couple that had been together for years than boyfriend and girlfriend.
本当だよ。だってオカリンには他に好きな人がいるのです。
Mayuri sounded totally unconcerned, which made Kasumi even more surprised.
そうなの？
本当に
Who could have guessed? It was Yuki, the eldest, who spoke first.
ごめんね。なんか余計なこと言っちゃった。
まゆしとオカリンは幼なじみで仲良しさんっていうだけだから大丈夫。
そう。
Mayuri's smile seemed very sad to Kasumi. She felt the sudden impulse to give her schoolmate a hug.
それより
Mayuri smiled and walked over to Yuki as if to blow away the awkwardness.
ねえ、ゆきさんは？
私？
さっきの話、やっぱりクリスマスは彼氏さんと過ごすのかなーって。
本当にいないってば。
そう？
みんな誤解してるよ。私そんなにモテないし、ここだけの話、年齢と彼氏いない歴が一緒だもの。
First Mayuri, then Yuki. Kasumi was stunned.
そうなんですか？
そこまで驚かれるなんて。
じゃあゆ ゆきさん。
Mayuri started to fidget.
ダルくんなんてどうかな。
星田さん
また何を言い出すの、まゆし。橋田さんは変態紳士なんだよ。ゆきさんがどこかにかけられちゃう。
The man that Kasumi and Kaide were insulting was Itaru Hashida, a college student and a member of Mayuri's club. He was a hardcore otaku, one of the hybrid types who said he enjoyed both 2- and 3-dimensional girls. Look at this expression. And like Kasumi had said, he was a perverted gentleman. He would say perverse things all day without the slightest shame. Whenever you told him he was a pervert, he would say, "No, I'm a perverted gentleman." He was a dangerous guy. But Yuki didn't seem bothered. She actually looked a little sad.
橋田さんはいい人だけど、なんていうか、私みたいな子、あんまり好きじゃないんだと思う。
Mayuri was shocked far above and beyond her usual limit. She was so surprised. She let go of her suitcase's handle and let it fall to the ground. And instead of picking it up, she started talking frantically.
そんなことないよ。ダルくんはね、ゆきさんに萌え萌えキューンだよ。きっとそうだよ。まゆしーが保証します。夏コミまで初めて会った時もそんな感じだったでしょ。
Yuki had met Mayuri 4 months ago at Summer Kamima. Katsumi and Kaide had come wearing outfits Mayuri made. Kaide found Yuki at the convention hall all by herself, and they met up. Afterwards, they'd all gone to a party, where she met Mayuri's friend Itaru Hashida. Katsumi had definitely witnessed Yuki and Itaru having a friendly conversation. Ever since then, Yuki and Mayuri and Daru had become friends, and Yuki had started going to Mayuri's club, the Future Gadget Laboratory. In other words, Yuki and Itaru had been talking ever since Summer Kamima. But still, Yuki chuckled sadly and shook her head.
見てればわかるよ。なんとなく避けられてるなって。クリスマスパーティーも、だから私は行かない方がいいんじゃないかなって思って。橋田さんはもっとこう妹系の女の子がタイプじゃないのかな。しかもものすごく気が強くてね、お兄ちゃんを尻に敷いちゃうような妹。例えば鈴葉さんみたいな感じ。
それは
For some reason, Mayuri looked like she was about to cry. She seemed to want to say something, but couldn't bring herself to. Her lips were quivering.
まゆりちゃん？
なんでもないのです。
But it certainly didn't look like nothing. Katsumi couldn't bear to watch her anymore. And so she gave in to her impulses.
まゆし、そんな顔しないで。まゆしは笑ってる時が一番可愛いんだから。
The wacky music. It's here.
ね、ほらほら、笑わないとくすぐっちゃうぞ。こちょこちょこちょこちょこちょ。
Great expressions. Kasumi snuck behind Mayuri and started to tickle under her arms.
念した。
もうふぶきちゃんは意地悪さんだ。
まよしかわいすぎ。
Whoa, whoa, it's getting a little interesting. Mayuri was laughing so hard she was crying, and this time Kasumi succeeded in giving her a hug. Even though they were in public, she started rubbing her cheek against her.
まよし好きだよ、大好き。わあ、ちょっとふぶきちゃん、
Kabuki, you're getting a little handsy there.
このまま家に持って帰ってずっとペロペロしたい。
それは困るよ。
困ってもいいから結婚してくれ。
無理だってば。
Mayuri tried to run away, but Fubuki grabbed her and started to kiss her all over.
なんか疲れた。
それはマユシーのセリフだよ。
In the end, Kasumi kept clinging to Mayuri until they reached the station. She felt a lot better, but catching Mayuri when she was tired to escape used up a lot of energy, or when she tried to escape. Either way, now that she was satisfied. She got hit by a train! She shuddered and turned back towards Mayuri as an image came into her mind out of nowhere. Oh.
ねえ、まゆし。
Where did that come from?
なーに？
Oh, sinister things are approaching.
冬コミマ、一緒にコスしようね。
この前話したよ。冬コミマはね、マユシーは作る方に専念します。
それでもいいからさ、とにかく冬コミマもこの4人で絶対一緒に参加しようね。
当たり前だよ。そのために今日みんなで買い物したんだよ。
The music's got very sinister aftertones going to it.
だよね。でも約束だよ。
約束。
Mayuri and Yuki split up with them in front of the station, since they were taking a different train.
それじゃあね。おやすみなさい。まゆりちゃん、ゆきさん。
またね。
てってれ
バイバーイ。
Kasumi stood still and watched the two of them until they were out of sight. She felt like she was about to cry, and looked up to stop the tears from falling.
ふぶきちゃん。
Kaede was standing next to her, looking worried.
どうしたの？
ごめん、なんでもない。
なんでもなくないよ。もしかしてまゆりちゃんがどうかしたの？お願い、話して。
Even after Kaede asked, Katsumi wasn't sure she should tell her. There was no way she'd believe it anyway.
今日のふぶきちゃん、いつもよりテンション高かった。
気づいてたんだ。
気づくよ。
Kasumi and Kaede had known each other for 2 years. Since their ages were so different, they treated each other like an older and younger sister. So at times like this, Kaede was really sharp. Kaede didn't talk much, but that meant she paid a lot of attention to the people around her. Part of it was also that Kasumi wasn't good at hiding things. She just couldn't lie to Kaede no matter what. She gave up and decided to say it.
まゆしがね。死んじゃうんだ。
何？ いうこと？
Kasumi remembered the nightmares and the things she kept seeing no matter how much she didn't want to.
夢を見
Ah,
るんだよ。
so this isn't the first time.
夢？
夏ぐらいからかな。毎日毎日夢の中でマユシーが死んで、その度に私や楓ちゃんは泣いて泣いて、でもどうすることもできなくて、夕べ見た夢なんか最悪だった。私たちの目の前で突然マユシーが倒れて動かなくなっちゃうの。そのマユシーをね、オカリンさんが悲鳴を上げながら抱きしめて大きな声で叫んでて、ねえ、どうしちゃったんだろう私。なんでこんな夢ばっかり。
落ち着いて、吹雪ちゃん。多分疲れてるせいよ。
Yeah, that's what tired people do.
そうかな。そうなのかな。
They have vivid dreams of their best friend dying.
だってまゆりちゃん、今日もすごく元気だったでしょ？
Kaede gave Kasumi a gentle shoulder hug.
だから大丈夫。
私やだよ。マユシーが死んだりしたら。
そんなことありえないわ。絶対に。
絶対に。
絶対よ。
There's something almost evil about that face, isn't there? Kaede's words made Kasumi calm down a little. She was glad to have an older friend like this.
とにかく気のせいよ。そんな悪いこと。
Of course not. Bad things don't happen to good people. Her hand squeezed Kasumi's shoulder tightly. Being held like this made Kasumi feel a lot better.
ごめんね。変なこと言って。
But that night, she had the nightmares again. Ah, and there's Suzuha with new art, looking a little strange. We'll pick up with Suzuha next time. I'm liking where this is going so far. Definitely feels like it's going to turn out interesting because I was thinking back a little bit, and I think, for the most part, the original Steins Gate revolved around Okabe entirely. It pretty much never really left him at any real point. You know, it was things that he was going through or he was observing. It wasn't ever really something he wasn't a part of. It never really went to, like, Mayuri by herself very much, if it did at all. So it's interesting that they're doing that. I don't know if that's going to be a bad thing necessarily, but it's definitely, at least to me, showing me that what's her name? Kasumi? Something like that, yeah. That she's going to be important to the story, especially if she's having nightmares about things that don't involve her at all. I mean, I guess they involve Mayuri. But she never time leaped, and according to that whole time leap theory, no one else should really have any knowledge of this either. So I'm sure that's going to come up later. Anyway, I hope you guys all enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time for some more Steins Gate Zero. Bye!